Hello, I'm Vivian McGrath from vivianmcgrath.com. It's really good to be here. And today I want to ask you a question. What is the one thing that you would do if you had the confidence to do it? And this is inspired by a friend of mine, and I want to tell you a really lovely story. She was, last year when it was Valentine's Day, she didn't have a date. She was single, she'd been single for a long time, and she was happily single. But this year, just recently, she decided, I'm going to go on a Valentine's Day date with myself. And it felt a bit weird at first. She thought, this is a bit uncomfortable. I feel a bit stupid. It's a bit weird. But what she did was she changed her mindset about it. And she said, I'm going to get curious. I feel a bit stupid, but what if I just get curious about it and see where this takes me? So she went out and she bought herself a beautiful bunch of flowers. She bought all of her favorite foods, a nice bottle of wine, and she had herself a spa day. She had a bubble bath, did a manicure, put makeup on, a gorgeous dress, heels, the works. And she had this sumptuous meal. And after it, she just chilled by the fire and watched Netflix. And she felt great. It was a really, really, really great day. And she filmed herself or photographed herself doing this and posted about it. And that post, an idea changed her life. Because not only was she inundated with emails, but her friends saw it, and later they dared her to put herself out there and start online dating. And she just thought, nah, rolled her eyes. No, I'm not doing that. That's not for me. She felt way out of her comfort zone. And this is why, because she'd been happily single for a long time. She was okay within herself. And she just said to herself, I don't need a man. I'm independent, I'm happily single, I don't need a man. And then she thought, what if I take the same approach? Even though this feels really out of my comfort zone to do so, what if I take the approach of being curious about it? I'm not going to judge it, I'm not going to put my beliefs around it, I'm just going to get curious about it. And guess what happened? It led her to start to question, well, why am I not putting myself out there? And what she started to realize when she dug a little deeper was that actually these were beliefs. I don't need a man. I'm happily single. And okay, she realized she didn't need a man, but if she was honest with herself, the happily single line was just her cover story. Because deep down inside, she really did want love. She did want to find an equal partner. She did want to find someone to grow old with. Isn't that what we all want? So she was confusing this belief with, I don't need a man, with when she asked herself with curiosity that question, was actually a cover story. Because deep down, she did want one. She did feel she deserved love. But that was her cover story to play safe because she was afraid of putting herself out there and possibly getting rejected and hurt. So she asked herself this, what is the one thing that I need to do, which was the same question she asked when she posted about her Valentine's Day date. What is the one thing that I would do if I had the confidence to do it? And her answer was, okay, I put myself out there. And guess what happened? Long story short, she put herself out there and an old friend from like 20 years back came back into her life. At first, she didn't even recognize him. He actually put a comment on her profile saying, I think I know you. And she thought, oh, yeah. This guy, a bit of a suave line, but he looks pretty cute. Okay, I'll swipe right. And the next day he said, please tell me you do remember me. And it turns out she'd known him for 20 years, 20 years ago, had briefly dated him. Anyway, long story short, he came back into her life and they have been inseparable ever since. And what that has brought to her is his beautiful children, an instant family, and they are really, really, really blissfully happy. And so I wanted to share this because so many of us, when we step outside our comfort zone, it feels so strange. And we start to make judgments around it. Oh, this is too uncomfortable. Maybe it's not right for me. Maybe things are not as bad as I think. Maybe. And what that does is it makes you contract to that safe place, even if that safe place is a dark and dysfunctional place. For example, it's exactly why we keep going back to toxic relationships over and over and over again. When we find the courage to leave, it feels so strange and so scary, the future, the unknown future and all that we start to want to run back to that safe place. And we tell ourselves these beliefs. It's not as bad as I think. I can fix this. If I can just change my behavior, then he will change his. You know, all those limiting, self-sabotaging beliefs that keep you stuck. The other one is, it's why we convince ourselves, like my friend did, I don't need a man. I'm great, I'm better without them. Or the other one I hear a lot, it's too late for me. All the good ones are gone. My picker's broken. That's my lot in life. You know, it's the same thing, the cover story that you tell yourself to stay safe and not put yourself into a place where you feel vulnerable and scared, you know. So let me ask you this. Thank you, my friend, for inspiring this. What is the one thing that you would do if you had the confidence to do it? I'm going to ask you a few questions. Secondly, what have you denied yourself, possibly for years, out of fear? Yeah, that's it. Simple question. Third one, what will be your biggest regret if in 10 years' time you haven't found the confidence to do it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to know where you are right now. And if you are struggling to find that confidence, to do what deep down in your heart you know you want to do, or that you might be denying yourself the chance of, then do go and watch my free webinar, How to Recover from Toxic Relationships, Fall Back in Love with Life, and never settle for less than you deserve again. Because in that, I give you the 5 simple mindset shifts that you need to make to reclaim your life, take your power back, find strong self-worth, strong boundaries, and confidence to step up and go for your dreams, create your dream life, be the person that you were born to be, and find the relationships that you deserve. So I'll put the link to that in the description below. Please do tell me what is the one thing that you would do if you had the confidence to do it? What have you denied yourself for years out of fear? And what is the one thing that you would regret most if in 10 years' time you still hadn't found the confidence to do that? I would love to hear what your thoughts are on that. So thank you for joining me, and I'll look forward to reading your comments below, and I'll see you in my next live video. Bye for now.